pledge your allegiance.
We gon' run this town.
Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to another Thursday night paint night. I'm your host, Adam Paul. I got my lovely wife over here, Ashley.
Hi, guys.
And let me turn the phone down a little bit. Who we got in the house? I can see. Oh, who else we got?
What happened?
Oh, hold on. Let me double check something real quick. Oh, I'm on the wrong Wi-Fi. Hold up. Okay.
Yeah, I'm back again. What's happening?
All right, I think we're all good here.
It's funny.
Oh, there we go. We're back. I had it on the wrong Wi-Fi signal. Oh, it's one of those days. All right.
Well, I guess y'all saw me tonight. Hi.
All right. Oh, so anyways, we're going to finish up OCPD. What up, man? Benjamin, Jerry, Lauren, David. What's up, guys? Okay, appreciate y'all being here. If you were here last week, we did paint this saddlebag. Since then, I have clear coated it with 3 coats of 2K clear coat. And I started the process sanding it down smooth with 600 grit. You can either use like 600 grit sandpaper, or you just grab one of these 600 grit sanding sponges. So there's like a little bit right here. I noticed that I sanded, I kind of missed. See how it's still glossy right there? So what we're wanting to do is to make sure that we're scuffing down all of the surface, not just the surface we're painting, because eventually we're going to have to clear coat this. So all the glossy spots need to be sanded down to actually a little bit of a run right there. It needs to be sanded down, so make sure that we get good adhesion for the next coats to stick to. Let me sand that edge down a little bit. Have a little bit of a sag.
They said, aha, Ash was on the live. Now Adam has to call John. Sneak peek there. Oh, I looked like the deer in the headlights because I wasn't sure what's happening here.
Okay. So I'm going to use just some regular glass cleaner. You're always going to want to use some kind of waterborne cleaner in between any of the surfaces that you do. So if you're putting down wax and grease remover, that's great. Make sure it's all the way wiped off, but it's always best to hit it up with some kind of a waterborne cleaner. Glass cleaner works great, or you can use like a prep all, which is a water. If it's a water base, use that as well. But this stuff's cheap and it works good.
They asked if you take paint jobs.
Not very often, no. No, I'll do them if I can build content around them. I do have one that I'm going to do. But other than that, I'm not committed to. I don't like to commit myself to paint jobs anymore.
When's the adhesion promoter going to be available?
Oh, that's a good question, because that's actually one of the things we're giving away today. So if you guys want to hashtag LiME into the comments, once I get done wiping this down, I'll go ahead and show you what a couple people will be winning.
Was that someone asked if that has been cleared?
Yes, it has been clear coated with 2K clear coat. So all the graphics have been protected. If we have any issues to where we have any kind of overspray, or if we have an issue with the leaf and it doesn't look good, we could always sand that off and start over again and still not bother the graphics that we have. Because what we did is we sprayed clear coat over this so we can have a barrier, a protection layer, to be able to kind of save everything to that point. And then, little drop shadows we'll do. We can do them, on this coat. But yes, it's always nice to have a nice, flat, smooth surface when you're laying down your leaf. If you're laying it down over rough base coat, if the base coat's sprayed really smooth and it feels smooth, you're going to be fine. But however, it still has a little bit of a texture. If you're doing this straight on top of sanded clear coat, it's going to be nice and smooth. So the leaf is so thin, it's going to take on that texture. So I'll go into that a little more, but let's show everybody what they have a chance of winning. So they did mention adhesion promoter. We do have the new 16.9 ounce can that's going to be coming out of a plastic adhesion promoter. So this works great for fairings, saddlebags, anything, even the so I remember the word polyolefins, all that stuff. It's going to be good for it. It's a plastic adhesion promoter. So whether it's inner fairings to Harleys, stuff like that, one medium coat of this will allow adhesion for up to 24 hours. So you could spray this. So once you spray this down, you have 24 hours to lay something on top and so this stays active. So it acts what it's supposed to do, an adhesion promoter. So we do have that coming out, and that should be out next week. We also have this new pressurized spray gun cleaner. So it has this nifty little nozzle on there, and it fits like right up into the guns, so you can just spray it. I don't want to do it over this, but you hit the nozzle and it just sprays it right out. Really handy to have. So we'll have those out. It's also going to come with a complimentary brush. So you can do, a little bit of detailing and stuff on it too, but look forward to that. But somebody's going to also win a can of this, the adhesion promoter, and then we got a couple other things that's coming.
Are you on the right Wi-Fi? Because it's being weird.
I think I'm right. I should be on the way. Yeah, I think we're good. Hopefully no problems. And we do have the this is a fine line masking tape. So this is going to be a paper tape. It's not like the vinyl that I'll be using here. So this is the LiME vinyl tape. This is flexible. This being a masking tape, basically this is the same thing as masking tape, just cut thinner. So these come in a 2-pack on each of them. So whether it's 1/8 inch or a 1/4 inch, you get one on each side. So somebody will be winning those along with those other 2 cans. So 4 things you'll be winning total. Midway through, we'll go ahead and draw the first name, and then at the end we'll do the second. So stay tuned. We'll be laying out some leaf on this, and then if you have any questions, you know the drill. Feel free.
Someone said you just threw a roll of tape on the floor.
Yeah, I know.
How much for the gun cleaner?
I haven't figured out a price on that yet. It is it's probably going to be coming out around $20 or so. That's going to be free shipping. Make sure everything's nice and smooth. So I'll go ahead and start by taping out. So we're going to, looks like I did lose myself there for a second.
What's going on?
Yeah, I don't know. So when I did design this, I left a spot that I knew I was going to do the leaf, and that was right here. And then also this back piece as well. I think I chose this one right here. It's about the same size. So we'll be doing both of those. The front, we're not going to do anything. It's kind of tucked in there with the side cover. So I feel like this will definitely add another cool element to this paint job and really fancy this thing up. So, all right, let's get the 1/8 inch out. This is the flexible LiME line.
Somebody has their name as Adam Short and Curly's on here.
Oh my God. Why?
I don't know.
Oh, great. So I'm just following this line right here. I'm kind of going a little bit onto the silver.
It says Adam Short and Curly's all up in your clear.
Oh my God.
Bubba said they deserve a t-shirt.
Oh God.
Who is that?
I like that.
Swampy says getting ready to I'm getting ready to stock up for more paint supplies and a couple of coming paint jobs, so he'll be needing some of that tape.
Oh, right on. Yep. So obviously he has the discount code that comes along with that membership that you have on YouTube. So if you do have the ultimate membership on there, you do save 15% off the websites. And I think on the basic package, I think it's like 10%. Is this matching up right? Okay, yeah, we're good. Like I said, I want to go a little bit onto the silver rather than over masking. I would rather err the other way.
Woody said, thanks for looking into resolving my issue with USPS. Best customer service experience I've ever had.
Yeah, no problem. Sometimes we've had some issues with mostly USPS, right?
Yeah, for some reason lately. I don't know what the problem is.
So if there's ever an issue, just let us know. We always take care of it. We know how it is.
Yeah, I feel like it's like every once in a great while they have to mess up and we're like, wait, what happened? What are you doing? Jeremy Taylor said, I just ordered some candy black off eBay. Come with the discount code. Same thing.
I'm still working to get the discount codes working on Amazon. Maybe that's something I can give to Jax to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me hopefully I have that maybe working. I have a guy that does all that for me, so if I give him the job, it'll get done.
Well,
so yeah,
Jax may need
so
to
look
call
for that next week. I'll put that on my list, and we'll do that next week. I'll have him do that.
Jax may need to call John. I think.
You see my roll of tape that was like right here?
Well, you threw a few on the floor.
Yeah, and there wasn't those ones.
This?
No, it's a bigger tape. Yeah, it's okay.
Over there?
Just use the regular stuff. No problem.
Are you covering the silver to keep it with this layers work?
I'm covering up. Yes, I am covering up the silver, but I'm cheating a little bit onto the silver to make sure that I'm not leaving any black. If you look real close, it's cheated a little bit onto the silver. And the nice thing about doing from silver to the silver leaf, if you have a little bit of like tears or imperfections, it's harder to see because you have silver leaf and then you have the silver metallic right up next to it. So they're kind of, the colors are really close to each other. But if you had if it went straight to black, it would be different. It would look more jagged if you didn't have crisp lines. So just keep that in mind.
Paris said, you're going to receive a real good reminder to call John in the mail. Bubba says he has to call John since Ash showed her face on camera. Accident or not, that was the agreement.
I think it was the agreement, right?
No, then I'll be on the live right now if you're going to call John. I'm tired of writing that on the notes. Or the list. Call John. Call John. Call John. Yep, that was a deal. Ash showed her face. Adam calls John. Keep the promise, Adam. I'm starting to think they don't want to come to Florida.
Oh, no, we love Florida.
Started my bagger. We need to see if I can get your complete video you did on the Harley tank with the Leafs. Original title, custom painted Harley Davidson fuel tank.
I didn't hear all that. Was that a question? Or was that just a statement?
Yes, just a statement.
Okay.
Sticker says, now he has to call John on the live.
Oh, there we go. We'll
Bub-
get this worked out once and for all.
Bubba says, we will hold him to it, in all caps. Swampy said, how does adhesion promoter stack up to Bulldog?
It's going to be about the same thing. Kind of depends. Bulldog, I know, sticks to like chrome surfaces and metal surfaces as well. It's kind of like an overall adhesion promoter. Do I know if it's about the same product? I'm not sure. The products that we're just private labeling with brands. So, like this our adhesion promoter right here actually comes from Dominion. So if you look up the company Dominion, they've been around for a very long time. They're private label us. We order minimum quantity. We tell them what we want. We work on labels together, and so that way we're using products that have been tested and trusted a very, very long time. We're not just slapping our label on something that we created. This is a lot of the stuff that's in these cans. They're going to have the same product, different label. That's what's nice about this quarter-inch tape that I just kind of wrap around this edge. So when I get done with the fine line tape, which is the vinyl tape on the edge, that's going to allow for a nice clean edge to the leaf. And then using the little bit thicker paper tape just to kind of help border it out to make it a little thicker.
I remember you mentioned some blank license plate panels a few streams ago. Do you have an update on that?
Yeah, we're actually waiting to reorder on our next order of hood panels. We plan on doing those on the next go around, but we actually haven't sold a whole lot of hood panels, so not as many as we thought. So buy some hood panels. The sooner that we get rid of those, that's when we'll re-up and also get those other license plates made.
That's what Parrish has bought that got lost in the mail.
Yeah.
So hopefully that doesn't keep happening. Why am I repeating on there? It's ridiculous.
It's just lagging. It's good.
I hear my own voice.
Well. The nice thing also about having this clear coated, that's all been clear coated and sanded smooth, that is if we have a little bit of like up here, you know, I'll still put another tape right there, but that's probably good. If we have a little bit of issue here, you can always just sand that right off. If that was the base coat, if you sand allowing it to dry and then sanding it smooth, it kind of helps yourself out, you know, throughout the whole process, because you're able to clean up stuff. You're able to, you know, the leaf's going to lay out smoother now because and look better and more brilliant of turns, just because we've taken the extra time and have done it. And it really doesn't take that much more time, because really if you're laying out the graphics and you're getting towards the end of the day, throw it into clear coat, come back the next day, as long as your shop's warm enough, you should be able to get right back on it, sand it, and then start up with your leaf or your next round of graphics over the top.
Ben said, quit whispering, you two. Rude.
I can't hear us.
Adam, have you used 3M precision tape looking for something not to peel paint?
Have I used? It's been a long time. And really, if your fine line's peeling the paint, there's other issues there than rather than the most likely than the tape. There's some adhesion issues there because your base coat and everything should be able to hold up to masking.
They said the video's choppy.
I might need to check it and make sure I'm still hooked to the right Wi-Fi. Let me check it real quick. Let's see here. No, we're good. All good. We're all good. All right. Maybe a little more right there. Oh, bless you.
Thank you.
Oh, got to tape up this side as well. Don't want to forget that.
I say it keeps cutting out and it's so very choppy.
Uh-oh.
Great. Now I'm on the camera.
There you go. Click
That
the timer. Yep.
What the?
Okay. All good. Yeah.
What's going on? This is so...
Oh my gosh. I think it's working on my end though.
Oh my gosh.
You're just on the screen.
Huh?
You're just on the screen. Okay, hopefully y'all can hear me.
This is so annoying. Oh my gosh. Oh, I don't know what to do. Why is it? Is this because it's my freaking iPad?
No,
But look, see? I don't know.
it's LiME.
Maybe that's why.
Huh. All right. Well, hopefully, I think they can see me though, because I'm actually hooked up to Wi-Fi. So I do have the line sizing glue here. Yeah, let me. Somebody, if you guys can hear me, let me know. He's stuck on there.
Why? Get out! Stop! I hate this thing. So
I think we're good now. Are we good? Are we still choppy? All I want to do is just leave this. All right, we're going to use the sizing glue. I've used this before plenty of times. This is a little bit different than what most people are used to. This is sprayable. It's water-based. And we good?
I'm just laughing because someone said, that's 2 calls to John. Why is laughing at these guys?
All right.
Is the gun cleaner supposed to be better than the lacquer thinner?
It has pressure behind it, and it does have like a paint. It removes old paint too, so it's more than just like a lacquer gun cleaner. It has other stuff in there. So plus it has that pressurized behind it, so it cleans out your gun really quick. Why is this happening?
I don't know. It's driving me nuts.
All right, so we're gonna take this. We need to mix it with water. So I'll just take some of the bottle.
Just got a pound of urea. What's the best mix for best results?
I thought I heard like 1-to-1 on that or something.
Oh my heck. Y'all have interweb goblins tonight.
What is going on? Are you hooked to Time Warp?
I don't know.
Go look up there. Second. Yeah. We should be good. We should be good. All right, we're going to just go ahead and give that a little bit of mix. So this is mixed 50-50 with water or around there. You want to make sure that it's thin enough that it sprays out in fine droplets rather than like really clumpy. Once again, you want to keep the texture really smooth. Well, you want to keep the surface really smooth, no texture. I'll put that off to the side. I did stop by Harbor Freight today. And I picked up a new Avante, a 0.3 millimeter airbrush. So this thing was only $26. To be honest with you, if you're a beginner, this Avante is what I would go with. The fact that it's only $25 plus tax, and then you can buy the extra 2-year warranty on it. You'll be able to take it back once it fails, and within 2 years it will fail. No doubt about it, because it depends on how much you use it. It's a very fine instrument, and a lot of things can go wrong with it if you don't really take care of it. But the fact that it's cheap and it still works good is great for beginners, because that way you're not investing, a couple $100 into an airbrush just to start, because y'all know you need more than just an airbrush. You need, materials, you need sandpaper, paint, you need all that stuff. So this great option. If you haven't bought anything yet, I would actually take this over the Black Widow as well. Black Widow is $80. I feel like it's a little overpriced. Plus, it's too complicated. I feel like there's too many parts to get mixed up. I don't like the fact that the cup removes. I just like it. This is the most like an Iwata Neo, because I really like the Neo too. But once again, this is still about $30 cheaper than a Neo, maybe even $40 cheaper. So it's simple. It doesn't come with all the other extra tanks or needles or nozzles or anything like that. But it's still really good airbrush. So let's get that hooked up.
Someone said when you spray, can you spray that close so they can see what it looks like?
Yeah, I'll get the camera up close. I'll actually show you what it looks like if it's too wet. All right, we're going to use a brand new airbrush here, so we don't got no excuses.
Daniel said thanks for getting his order straight, since he was sent the wrong thing.
Oh yeah, yeah, no problem, Daniel. Thanks for being here. Okay, feeling good. We're going to keep that off to the side, and once we need to return it, we'll return it with the box. Because like I said, these don't last. They're not going to last forever. It's it all depends on how you take care of it, but yeah, buy the extra warranty. All right, so I'm using, actually let them take a look at that real quick. So I do have the Harbor Freight Black Widow compressor. This thing's awesome. No problems with that. The only thing that's kind of weird is the gauges on it. It really doesn't tell you how much is actually coming out of the airbrush. It kind of just stays at like wherever you put it at. So I don't really know how to gauge it off of that, but usually I don't use anything besides what it sounds like. And you can adjust everything right here, or if you have a quick connect, you can adjust flow right there as well. If you have some of the nicer airbrushes will have a MAC valve right here on the bottom, and you can adjust it going in there too. But yeah, you can still adjust it. Just sometimes you just really don't know what pressure you're at, but really you don't need to know that. by being able to know.
Oh my God. If this does this again. Did your They want to know, did the Black Widow break?
No, I still got it. It's kind of annoying with the cap hole being too small, and it needs to be taken apart and cleaned really good. And no, it didn't really break.
Parrish said you should see the color he mixed up with the pink pigment. He said it's a really cool color. So.
Yeah, that's what he was saying. I'd love to see that.
Can I use my normal compressor with my airbrush?
Yep. You just need to use a regulator to cut that down a little bit. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of blow the surface.
Try the gallery.
Oh, I got water right there.
Someone said to try the gallery or something. Maybe that $69 on Amazon. Maybe it's an airbrush. Is it an airbrush, Parrish?
Huh. Yeah, I mean, if I was to spend $69 on airbrush, I'd buy an Iwata Neo. If I'm going to spend $25 on airbrush, I'd buy this. All right, leaking out of the cap a little bit right there. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and spray this nice and light to start the first coat. When you lay out the first coat, it's better to have it really nice and thin and be spread out over, widely, rather than, spraying it really thick, because if you're spraying it really thick right at first, it has nothing to really grab to on the surface. So what it does is it kind of beads up to itself. But if you had like a nice tack coat to start with, just a bit of a ground coat, it gives the next layer of glue something to grab a hold of, rather than, trying to bead up and, form a texture on there. And that's exactly what you don't want. So yeah, nice light coat to start.
Any moisture problems with the Black Widow compressor?
The Black Widow compressor is great, especially for the money. If you're gonna buy one and you don't really need it right away, wait for, I would say, Labor Day sale, but that's kind of over. But how they'll have a Black Friday sale or something like that, 20% off everything. That's the best time to buy it. Sometimes you can get it for $200. So just putting kind of I'm actually just doing a couple of light layers, ground coats. Let that just tack off for a second.
Did you ever get the barbell effect worked out with the Black Widow?
No, never did. I could never get the fan pattern to work on that.
Can an airbrush handle 120 psi?
Yes, or a little bit more, actually.
Adam, I was gifted a Vega airbrush made by Badger Airbrush. What are your thoughts on it? Have you ever used one? The kit came with 3 needle sizes.
Yeah, it's a good airbrush. As long as it seems to be spraying good, you're going to be good with that. Yeah, but Badger's a good brand. I used to have the Badger Stealth, I think is what it was called, and that was a really good airbrush, really comfortable. Okay, I'm going to go a little bit thicker with this.
Swampy said the 2-gallon Fortress compressors are awesome.
Huh, where do you get those at? Okay, that's starting to get tacked up. Feeling pretty good. Let's give that just another second, and we'll put one last coat on it. So let me show you guys real quick. What would be splash you?
Hey. Sorry. Oh my gosh.
Okay, so let me see if I can lift this up to where we can show you. Okay, so I'm going to spray just a really light coat right there. So you see how it just stays kind of fuzzy? It doesn't like really beat up together. It's kind of hard to show on the tape because the tape is like has texture to it, so it kind of helps keep it. But when water base is sprayed to a smooth surface like this, it wants to beat up and like it attracts to itself, and then once it dries, it has more glue in some areas than other, creating a bumpy texture. And once that dries and you lay down the leaf on it, it's going to take on that same texture, and it's not going to look as shiny. And the shininess is what the shinier you can get your leaf, the better the spins are going to look.
Is 70 max PSI for airbrush line just false?
70 psi.
Max PSI.
Yeah, I've never heard of putting 70. I would say like 30 would be max. I don't know though. It depends on the tip size.
Swabber.
We call them swabber.
I was trying to say swampy and harbor. Swabber. Swampy said he got the compressor. Holy shit, I just need to go back to bed. This day again. This is not a good day for me. Oh. And somebody else.
Oh no, I have an Avante. Yeah, I had another. Okay, so we want to make sure that we're covering this whole thing. I'm not missing any spots. See how the airbrush is like straight up and down, vertical to the surface? Miss that whole tape edge right there. It's going to kind of blow over that area. So make sure that you're kind of straight up and down with the surface. Okay. Looking good. Just going to give that a second. Get the leaf ready.
So, what's the max working time on the sizing and what you're spraying it?
1 second. Let me grab my leaf here. What's the max? Did you say pressure? Did you say pressure?
Time.
It all depends on temperature and humidity. Really, once it's as long as it doesn't stick to your finger, you're good to go. So it's still a little bit sticky to my finger. Once it's just barely tacky, not going to lift off, then you're good to go. But it's just a matter of a couple of minutes, and then you have, like I said, depending on temperature, you have probably between 5 and 10 minutes. I wouldn't do a big area at a time. I'd do this area, and then I have another area on the back.
Just for clarification, you're only spraying glue at the moment to stick the leaf, right?
That's correct. Yep. So the leaf comes in a packet like this. Sheets in there. And then we'll just pull those out one by one and start laying them out. And we're about ready. We are ready.
Can I mix LimeLine candy concentrate into a different brand of white base coat to make a custom color, or will that cause issues?
You're always going to want to kind of test it, but in my experience, that's not going to cause any issue at all. So you're going to be good. But once again, just make sure that it mixed together good and doesn't seem to have any problems. Then you should be all right. As long as it's another solvent-based paint. Obviously in water-based, it's not going to work. See how nice and smooth this leaf is? It's not wrinkled up. That's what we're going for. We want to make sure we lay this down wrinkle-free. I have a few sheets right here, so I'm just going to kind of, as I go, that's the way I like to do it, is I'll just grab a few sheets at a time, pull that off.
Will an airbrush cause any problems with the coarse silver being plugging up the airbrush?
Yes. Yep. That could definitely be a problem. Depends on the size of the needle that's in your airbrush. But if it's like a 0.3, like I have on my Avante right here, most likely if it's coarse silver, it's going to kind of plug up. Although it still does kind of work, it's not something you're going to get like detail with. If you need to like do a slight, like we did on a panel a couple weeks ago where I just dusted a little bit with my airbrush, it's still okay, but yeah, it is going to kind of clog up more than normal. Use a minigun is usually what you would do in that case.
Have you ever had a problem with the sandpaper coming off the sanding sponges? I got 5.
Into that tomorrow. Make sure our stock's good.
Well, hello again. Why is it doing this? Gosh. I'm just going to do that so y'all can't see my face when it happens to come on. You could just see my Post Malone shirt. Is gold leaf harder to lay than silver?
No, it's the same. No, it's going to be exactly the same pretty much. Grab some more leaf here.
Can you cut the pack of leaf down the middle to make it smaller?
You could, but really, people think you're wasting a lot, but in order to lay it down straight, you kind of got some in my mouth.
That should have been me. My day is not going well. It should. Me eating a leaf.
What was the question? What was that question? I got sidetracked.
I don't know what you said either.
Sorry
what were we talking about?
I can't remember. I ate something that wasn't good.
Oh, maybe was it? Can you cut the leaf?
Oh yeah. You need some extra. Because you're doing these corners and stuff. Yeah, it is wasting a little bit, but if you want to do that, just get the leaf in the roll, because it's a 1 inch already cut. We're good here. All right, we're gonna lay that out. So far, so good.
Swampy sent a $10 super chat.
Oh, woo! Thanks, Swampy.
Thanks, Swampy.
Appreciate that, man. Thank you. All right, we're getting it here. We are. Oh, ouch. Okay. Tore the leaf a little bit. Oh, see, I kind of slipped. Dang it.
Someone said sparkling poop for Adam. Swampy's been a member for 20 months. He says, come up on 2 years.
Wow. And we've only been out for what? 3 years, probably.
Yeah, thanks. That's awesome, Swampy. Tyler says, just want to throw out a huge thank you for putting this information out there, man. I've always been curious, and you make it seem so achievable.
All right, yeah, thank you, because it really is. I'm gonna waste a big chunk just for that. Let me we'll just take a little bit of this maybe.
Do you typically spin variegated leaf as well, or is it better just to lay it flat without spinning due to the patterns on it?
Spun. It doesn't make a huge difference. I do spin it though because I feel like it gives it like a slight 3D look to it. It all depends on how smooth it's laid out. If it's laid out really smooth, the spins are going to be better and more prominent.
Don't forget at the top, they said there's a crack.
There is? Oh, right there.
JJ says, rough night for you both. No.
Right here too.
Are you doing just a single layer?
No, I'm going to do a double layer on this. All right, we got the roller.
What does he mean if the flake comes off when you remove the tape? Oh, what does it mean?
If the flake, it comes off with your tape?
Yeah.
There's some kind of adhesion problem. So there's maybe a problem with the primer. There could be an issue with maybe it wasn't clean enough once the primer was sanded. It's mostly prep work is what would be the problem there. Could be application, but most likely it's going to be in the prep. Could be a product issue as well. If like maybe you're using a spray can primer that's not really meant to be top coated with automotive paints. But yeah, that's generally the problem.
Will spraying candy over metallic silver be similar to metal flake or no?
Yes. Yep. It would be. Yep. That's an easier way to do it. Like if you're just getting started and you don't want to necessarily have to go through all the work of metal flaking something, it's just a silver base would be a good place to start.
When airbrushing black on white paint, I get overspray all over white. Any way to minimize it?
Make sure you just mask it off better.
Can you paint over silver leaf?
Yep. Wow, this is turning out really smooth, really nice. Definitely needs to be double leafed because there's just a few imperfections here and there that I can see where the leaf kind of split because it may have stuck to the glue right here, stuck right there, and when I pressed it down, it kind of pulled the leaf apart.
Parrish says, "Oh man, I can't." Has upped my paint game.
Yeah, all right. I appreciate that. The more of the leafing that you do, the better you're going to get at it too. Like you might make a few errors on the first ones, and maybe it doesn't look as good as you want it to, but you'll learn to look for certain things. Because right now I'm looking at my edges and I'm making sure. Because right now the edges are pushed down, and where the leaf meets, like right here, I'm trying to push down on it rather than wiping it. Because what happens is it wipes it away like it did right here. This is where that leaf kind of fell out of my hand and it kind of slipped on there and got wrinkled. You can see the difference. Like if you compare this is beautiful. This is what we're looking for right here. That's going to spin great. And as long as the next layer is over top just like that, oh, that's going to look great.
Adam, I purchased LiME red Scotch pads for my DA with the interface pads and love it. Thanks.
All right. Yeah, those are awesome. Yeah, he's talking about the interface pads that we have, which are actually right here. So they hook onto the back of a DA, and we have them in red and in gray. So that's similar to what 400 to 600 grit is, and then the gray is going to be like 600 to 800.
Are you no longer stocking the variegated leaf?
No, we still have variegated. You should be available. Pretty much everywhere it should be available. If it's not, let us know.
Don't forget to fill the crack.
Is there a crack somewhere?
I don't know. I'm so behind on all these comments. So
No, it's actually looking pretty good. There is a couple of hairline cracks that are right there. Some of the edges kind of lost a little bit of leaf. Once I get done pressing this down, I'm gonna go ahead and roll it.
Is the crushed glass less blingy than the metal flake?
Is it? I'm sorry, say that one more time.
Is the crushed glass less blingy than the metal flake?
No, the glass is going to have more of a bling to it because it has bigger chunks, but it is going to be a little bit more work because you do need to bury that with clear coat and sand it smooth. But no, the thing is, the biggest thing is it's brighter than metal flake. It's not really like a silver; it's more like a white. So it's going to make your candies a little bit brighter because it's a brighter base.
Big Papa sent a $10 super chat and said, "Thanks for all your teachings."
All right, thanks, Big Papa.
Thank you. Jeremy said, "I jacked up my first leaf job so bad I put it on the wall." Laugh out loud.
Well, then you can go look back to it and see that's where I started.
That's a good idea.
And really, you can double leaf this stuff. We're gonna leaf it again.
You're not spanking
it. Did overmass that just a tiny bit right there. Yeah, we'll find out if I should have been spanking it the whole time.
Fresh glass requires a bigger gun tip, right?
It does. 1.7 or bigger.
They didn't see the variegated on the LiME Peach Supply store under Peach Supply.
Okay, I'll check that out. That should be fixed tomorrow. Okay, looking good here. So I'm going to kind of we're going to get up a little bit closer to this, and I'm going to show you some of the things that catch my eye and reasons why we're going to double leaf this. But if you look at all of this right here, this is really nice, super smooth. Even that, the creases, those happen, no big deal. You just want to make sure that when you first brush it down and it's not all the way tapped down, if you're brushing it, you could brush it and tear it away, exposing some of the under layer. So by either spanking it, which either spanking it or tapping it down with your brush is a way to be able to make sure it's stuck down and those two are going to butt up together without it like a seam there. So you can see all right here, it actually turned out really good. There's a little chunk on the edge that's missing right here. And that's simply probably because when I brushed it, just tore a little piece there. And that kind of happens every once in a while. But if we don't plan on pinstriping this, which we don't, we're not going to use any kind of like brush or pinstripe. We need to make sure that these edges are nice and smooth and tucked in. You know, see a little bit of problem there. Keep following it. You know, tiny little problem right there. Some of this stuff might not be pushed all the way down into the edges. See, like kind of right here, there's a little bit of a crack. That's pretty much how you have to look at this stuff. Right here, I kind of fixed it a little bit, but see, there's just like a little lightning bolt up through there where it kind of cracked down in these corners right there. So pretty much that's what you have to do is you're looking at that kind of detail, following it all the way around and seeing where the problem areas are. And then when you relay your leaf, make sure you're not going to make those same problems on that same area. You know, the next layer doesn't have to be on perfect either, but you're going to have the under layer that's going to still be there. So yeah, hopefully that helps out.
Is the eBay store selling
LiME products yours too?
It is. Yep. Yeah. The cool thing about eBay is you can put in an offer on that. So like if you only want to pay like, say you only want to pay like $130 for a gun instead of 150, you can just offer it. A lot of times we'll take it. So
how do you get the candy shade with the silver leaf?
Basically after you get done leafing it, you can spin it while it's still masked up, and then you could apply the candy paint over that. Usually when I do that though, I only edge it and fade it in from both edges. I don't like go over the whole thing. Usually it's a fade to the center. But you can do whatever you want, but that way it still doesn't lose its luster just by, you know, covering it all with candy. Okay, let's go ahead. We're going to leaf this one more time.
Adam, I watched an old school leafer and he chased all the edges with his thumbnail. Is that common?
That sounds about right. You could do that. You could do that. I've done it with the plastic blade. I felt like it's not necessary because these bristles with the brush, as long as you're kind of like brushing it up into the edge, you're using the bristles to push the edge down. You know, and also you're putting just like almost like a micro sand into it, kind of burnishing it, making it look uniform. And that's what you really want. You want it to look all the same and all nice and shiny.
If you ruin the leafing, can you remove it or
Yep.
and start over?
Yeah, the best way to do it is like on this, since it's on clear coat, you could take a razor blade and you can actually just scrape it right up. Make sure it's just a flat razor blade though. A little bit of water would help too, or a glass cleaner. And then you'd sand the rest off. Okay. We good here? Kind of back and forth. Okay. All right, one more round of glue. Okay. We're having serious issues today, huh? Having a little bit of issues today, huh?
Yeah.
All right, so same thing as last. Make sure it's nice and clean. Your airbrush is spraying good and smooth. You can see that coming out. It's not nice and smooth. Okay, that's good for the initial coat. Make sure none of that blows in there. You don't want any of this leaf that you did prior. Okay, there's the second coat. All right, that's getting tacky. Give that just one more second just to kind of flash off. Do the last coat.
I have to give you a big thanks. You finished my road key today, painted.
All right, all right. That's awesome. Yeah, you can always send pictures to my Instagram too. I love to look at them.
Root beer brown and gold flake with the copper leaf. All thanks to your tips and tricks. I'm in love.
Oh, there we go. That's my favorite paint scheme.
Every time it freezes, I'm like, okay, here come Ash again. Yeah, I have it down on. You guys are just gonna see my Post Malone shirt on me. This thing's pissing me off. Hit the like button, people.
Right after I get done gluing this,
Thanks, Kelly.
let's go ahead and give something away, huh?
Wouldn't do an image transfer fade and weather pretty quickly?
Yeah, you got to treat an image transfer a lot different than regular paint. So those inks will end up fading out. It all kind of depends on how much clear coat you put on top. But yeah, image transfers, you kind of just don't want to like really leave them out in extreme heat or sunshine. All right, was that my third coat?
What? Don't ask me. I wasn't counting. I have no idea.
We're gonna go one more just to be safe. We're good. Okay. Pretty wet right here. No, we're looking good. Give that just another second. All right, let's go ahead and give something away. We're just about ready. We're going to let this dry.
Oh, town in the house. What's up, Adam? Brandon Gallegos.
Oh, what's up, man?
Okay, you want me to do?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's give something away, huh? Give that just another second.
Well,
Yeah, hit the arrow right there. The arrow next to it. There you go.
oh great.
Okay. Hit draw.
Messed up.
No, it's good. Good luck, guys. Who we got here? Lauren.
You're not even gonna try to say that last.
Crust Cop. Congratulations. Just shoot us an email, info@limelinepaintsupply.com. Let us know you won. If you're not interested in the paint supplies, you can always just let us know what t-shirt size you are, and we can swap you out for that. Okay? All right. I sprayed that on a little bit thicker, but we're okay. We're good. That's right where we need to be. I'm going to go ahead and start laying this out. Yeah, putting it over this little ledge right here definitely makes it a little trickier because if the leaf sticks here before it sticks down to the bottom, it wants to tear. Kind of like what we talked about earlier. I wonder if I was to come at it in this angle, so it'd be better. Let's see. I think so.
Whoa, you got the back of your neck on the screen, huh?
Uh-oh.
Do you still use the roller on the leaf? I feel like I haven't seen it in a while.
Yeah, I just use it actually.
Two layers?
2 layers. Yep, we're laying out 2 layers. That way we have that base layer as a safety layer in case we have burn through when it comes to spinning it, or if we have little issues on the edges and stuff like that. Doing the 2 layers helps you out with just little errors and stuff that happen. Would you like a little bit of the edges kind of don't stick sometimes?
Joe says, hey, I'm in a pinch. I'm short on clear coat. Would it be possible to pick some up tomorrow? I'm local, right by you guys.
Yeah, you'd be able to, if you're, our warehouse is, it's in Ogden. And I'm going to be there from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. tomorrow. So yeah, hit me up. We'll be there. Looks like this one, same thing happened. It kind of cracked right there. There we go.
I'm back on again. This thing just wants to keep showing my face. I don't even know what to do. Why it keeps doing that. Oh, weird. Let's see. I was reading something. Hey, I really love your style.
An ability of painting. I'm currently looking for a painter to do a custom cholo paint job on a Softail. Would you consider taking the job?
I kind of don't do that, but I bet there's people here that would be able to do it.
Kyle said, finally here, never got a notification. This thing is just all jacked up tonight, people. I don't even know why. Have no clue what's going on.
Well, we're glad you made it.
Yes, glad you're here. We're half in, half out. You know, it keeps going glitchy.
We don't know what the hell's going on today.
We don't know what's going on. Sometimes my face comes on the screen. Sometimes I'm hidden. Low coat?
Yes, you can. Yep, up to 10%.
When it comes to doing airbrush, can you do it over spray paint, and can clear coat spray paint affect the airbrushing?
Yes, it will. Spray paint's like a clear coat. It's gonna most likely have some kind of a chemical effect reaction that you're not going to want. Unless the spray paint they're using is straight base coat, which usually it's not. You're going to have some kind of an issue with that.
Pre-Friday the 13th shenanigans. Definitely, I feel like that's what's going on.
Oh, is that tomorrow?
Gosh,
Oh, wow.
yes.
Spooky.
Swampy said he would paint your stuff. He said, where are you at? You can send me the parts.
Oh, there you go. Swampy does cholo.
Ash, do you get royalties for cameo appearances?
She's collecting the super chats for that.
Nice work. Hi, Ash. Such a pretty smile. Thanks, guys. Oh my gosh. This thing is so good.
Yeah, you might as well just put yourself on there.
I think Ash secretly likes being on camera. Laugh out loud.
It's like, oh no, look at me again.
Freaking
No.
must tonight. My gosh, I don't know why. Can you get bronze leaf rolls a fourth or a quarter?
No, not in bronze, unfortunately. We only have gold and silver.
Hob says it's cutting out because I'm on. Hi, Hob. Next, the screen's going to show Ash and Crocs. Most definitely
right.
not.
I just pictured that and I'm like, that doesn't seem right.
You actually won't be able to see me because I have camel pants on, so I'm hidden. Why do 2 layers of the silver?
Because you have that base layer so we're going to spin this when we're done pulling the tape. And then sometimes when you spin it, you could burn through. And this will create a base layer. So if you burn through, you have that extra safety layer underneath. Also, it allows you to get like super clean edges, so you don't have to pinstripe it. As long as you're making just adds a safety layer. If you want your stuff, it's not necessary. Like I could have got away with just pulling the tape and spinning it and dealing with those little imperfections. But if you really want it near perfect, double leaf, it's the way to go. And the only reason why you can do that is because the water-based glue goes on so thin. Usually, traditionally, with oil-based sizing glue, you really wouldn't be able to do what we're doing. It lays it on too thick. But yeah,
Copper would be cool. We have copper in sheets.
Yeah, we have copper in the sheets. Yeah.
Will that flake pack reduce 10% down to spray through my little Beast minigun 1.2 tip size?
1.2. It might. I know it sprays through a 1.3. And it's really not the reduction of it is what's not making it sprayable. It's the size of the flakes. It gets clogged up. You might be able to get away with it. You'd have to check it out.
Adam Short and Curly said, look for me in the next leaf inspection. Ash, can I get multiple small cans of activator for the 2-gallon premium clear?
We are getting all of the other temperatures of reducer and activator that's coming in. So you're eventually going to be able to order all of your clear coats with the activator that you want. Slow, medium, or fast. Same thing with reducers. You're going to be able to get those as well. At the moment, not now. Next month, you'll see that happen.
Buying the glue and roller and brush on Amazon as we speak. Postage to Australia is not as bad as I thought.
Oh, cool. Yeah. So if it's on an FBA, if you live in Australia, there's a good chance you're going to be able to get a lot of our stuff on Amazon. The paint, it won't happen, but like any of the leafing supplies, it's good to go. If you're in Australia or Brazil, anywhere in the EU. Okay, we're just about there. We're going to pull this. Make sure these edges are all the way down. Bless you. Okay, we got it. So I went around all the edges and I just double checked with my eye, making sure everything's tucked in. Maybe a little bit more right there. Because when you pull this tape, you want to make sure that everything's kind of pushed into that edge.
What is the shelf life once you mix paint and candies to spray?
As long as you seal it, it'll last quite a while. Yeah, it depends on how well the can is sealed. But unsealed, the can will last 5 years. Once you pop the top, it'll still last quite a while. Not a whole lot of air in there, and it's still good. Yeah.
Root beer candy with copper leaf looks even better.
Yeah, that's kind of like my last video that I did. That was my paint scheme on that. So I just want to remove the masking tape, not the fine line on the end.
Can you check your Wi-Fi?
My Wi-Fi is good.
Oh, mine just did.
Just log back in. Here.
How's that? This thing is so slow.
You okay over there?
No, I have no idea what's going on.
Oh my gosh. Stupid thing. So with the shelf life, they're talking about when they mix custom colors. How long can they stay mixed?
They're good. They're good as long as you seal them tight. They're going to last for quite a while, 6 months plus. It's the stuff that's a two-part. So if it's part A and part B that mix together, they chemically dry, so they only last, whatever the pot life is, usually just a couple hours. So, but as far as like mixing candies with a clear base coat or inner coat clear, it's not the same thing as like adding part B to part A. It's not like a chemical thing happening. All you're doing is just taking down the concentration level of the candies. You're good to you could mix up the whole bottle once you get it, and it's good for as long as you keep that bottle sealed.
Love the premium clear. Ordering more next week.
All right, cool. Appreciate that. Yeah, we've been selling quite a bit of that, and it's been working really good.
How many calls is that to John now? Because my face has been on the screen like so many freaking ridiculous.
That's a long talk with John.
Amount of time, which is overdue. So good hell.
All right, so I'm gonna start pulling just the paper masking. Back on. Back on.
Oh my God.
We're almost there, guys.
Oh.
We're almost there. We're gonna spin this thing. See what it looks like. Ooh, almost overmastered it there. See that? There. Okay, I'm gonna double check my edges one more time now that the masking is off.
How come your pants don't require a hardener? I think he meant paints.
I was looking down and I was like, oh God, what's going on here?
It's what's in the pants that need a hardener. Oh, this is just the top of the night off. Oh my gosh, what's happening? Oh my gosh. How come your paints don't require a hardener? Not your pants.
The hardener is in the clear coat. So your clear coat does require a hardener. Really, mid coats you don't really need a hardener. If you did use a hardener and you're a custom painter, you could run into other issues of paint starting to like boil up on you or crack or crazing. Really, you want those base coats to stay uncatalyzed, and the 2-part clear coat will go on top after. So you'll need a 2-part before. So the primer will be part A, part B, and then it'll chemically harden. The paints will just be thinned out with urethane reducer and sprayed with no hardener, and then the 2-part clear coat will go over the top of that. So basically, the clear coat's what protects everything. But not to say there's not hardener for base coats, because there is. It's just not something you would do with custom painting. It would add another layer of problems, in my opinion.
Tina said there must be something in the air because Cheddar's at the shop and they had a power outage. He's trying to get the machines back up and running. So it is.
Is it a full moon?
No, something? But tomorrow is Friday the 13th. So I don't know. Something is going on.
Pretty close. Okay, so when I pull this, clear.
The 2-gallon kit lasts me quite a while, but mostly because I do small projects. Adam's up to 72 hours now.
Come on, baby. Back on board here.
Oh my God.
There we go. We got you back on there, Ash.
Might as well just keep my whole face on here the whole freaking night because I don't know what else to do.
You're all frozen.
Fine. I'm just going to stay here. This is so ridiculous. It's driving me nuts. Whenever you guys watch me work, all I'm doing is staring at the screen and reading
I just
questions.
want to show them. Okay, we're cleaning that off. We're almost there. Okay, so when you pull the tape, you want to pull it at this angle. See that? You're not wanting to pull this way, like inwards, because what's going to happen is it's going to tend to want to pull the flake off or the leaf off with it. So we're pulling at this angle back on itself.
If we don't whisper, we're gonna say a million cuss words. It's almost gonna be like oh, hi again. Hi. Why is this happening? Oh my gosh! Come on.
Once again, pulling it back on itself at that direction. That's done.
Oh, I don't even know. I don't know what to do.
We're almost there.
Adam, if you're going to mix all 16 ounces of blue candy into your clear once, how much mid-coat clear would you pour in it?
It depends on how potent you want that blue to be. But if you're painting a big object, it's better to do more coats of less potency. So 4 ounce. You have to do the math on it, but what it is if you look on the side of the can, look again. 70% of the clear base coat, 30% of the color itself, the can concentrate. So yeah, I have to do the math on that, and my brain is not working today. So yeah, you can mix that all up. You can go up to 50-50. Anything more than 50-50, any more candy than clear, then you could have an adhesion issue. So 50-50 would be max. Usually that's better for smaller parts. You want less concentration if you're doing bigger parts. That way you can do more coats on it, making it look more uniform, if that makes sense. You know, because if the mixture is really intense and really strong, it's going to be hard to get big objects to look even and to make sure it lays out evenly without tiger stripes or anything like that.
What's the 3 spots in the middle? They're wondering.
Oh, it's just a little wet. It's my sweat or something.
At this point, John's moving in.
We got a room for you, buddy. Okay, that turned out really good. I'm pretty happy with that. Go ahead and
Swampy said he's won 3 awards with his paint that he's been doing. I don't know if he did mailboxes or not. I missed it because I was trying to catch up, but he said thanks to you.
all right. Yeah, a lot of people are doing mailboxes lately, I noticed.
Well, hi. There I am again. I'm just trying to work. This thing will not leave me alone.
All right, so we have the, I'm going to use the 1-inch spinner on this. Actually, you know what I need to do? Is on the edges, if you look really close, there's just like a little bit of a bird edge on there. If that's the right thing to say, I don't even know, but I'm just going to kind of just wipe that down before we spin this leaf. This is going to turn out really good. This leaf is going to spin great.
They said the leaf application turned out awesome.
Yeah, it looks, it's going to be near perfect almost. Which, you know, sometimes there's little flaws in leaf, and that's kind of just the way it is. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Start right here. Let's get this down here so you guys can see what's going on.
We all love seeing you, Ash. It's great putting a face to the voice.
There we go. See?
I want to see you spin those curved edges. Adam, that wasn't sweat. That was pant hardener. Oh, great. Now I'm like under the light. What's going on?
Oh, sorry about that.
Jeez.
In the spotlight now.
I know. Trying to heat me up or what?
So when I spin these, I try to shoot for like a 40% overlap. I don't know, but you can do whatever you want. That's just kind of what I go for. Let's get it in a closer view here. And just like a quarter turn, really is all you need. A quarter to half turn. Not too bad. Having that little curve in there where it kind of contours in right there makes it a little tricky.
Your tape lines piss me off. Laugh out loud.
It's really not that hard once you get going on it. Yeah, those turning out beautiful right there. Because like I said, the shinier the leaf, the better off everything's going to turn out. Especially when you. The ones with the crown are just a little more difficult because there's kind of just a little bit of a crown to that part because I kind of put it on the edge there.
Can't see, you're too low with the camera.
There we go.
How do you use a spinner and a drill?
You could just straight up just put this thing in a drill. I don't like to do it. I feel like it's not necessary. Just hand spinning. I feel like it works pretty good for me. But yeah, I mean, it does work for people. Some people say it spins it nice, kind of giving it a polish, but I don't know. I'm not sure about that.
Swampy's painting, I think he said big wheel baggers.
Oh, okay.
And he says, with extended bags and fenders, takes as much paint as a small car.
Yeah, it does. Those takes a lot. Okay, stick around, guys, because we're still going to give some stuff away here. Going to finish spinning these up. Almost got it here. It's hard to keep it straighter. Like I kind of, like with the crown on it, it kind of like moves it a little bit, but it looks great still. Just a little bit different look. And maybe even with the drill, you could be more consistent with that. I don't know. I know you just barely tap it when you have a drill.
Is the line paint thick enough to brush with? If not, what can you use that won't react?
The glue, no, the glue you would need to spray it on. Okay, that's it. We just met it back up with that edge right there. Let's take a look at it and see. See how nice that turned out. It's beautiful. Just another element to that makes these paint jobs a little more fancy. And we won't get to the back tonight, but my plan is, and maybe I'll put out another video on, but yeah, I'm going to do these two stripes that are right here too. So I kind of planned that out when I designed it. I kind of planned that out as well. You can see right here, there's still like leaf stuff here and there, but considering that this has been clear coated, we can simply just sand that smooth. We just want to make sure we don't sand our leaf. You know, we don't want to run sandpaper over that at all. So we could even wax and grease remover or whatever. It looks like that we need some wax and grease remover right there because those three small spots are still kind of there. But yeah, definitely clean it up before it gets clear coat. That way we don't have any contamination issues. It causes some adhesion problems.
Have you ever sprayed black candy on silver leaf?
I haven't. Yeah, that'd be interesting. Black candy obviously is a darker color. It's the darkest color of all the candies, so it is going to cover more, although it is transparent. So yeah, keep that in mind. But I would love to actually see that. Maybe I'll try that out.
Do you still sell the baseball helmets?
Yeah, we still have those. Yep, they actually come with a free roll of line tape. You can find those on Amazon. Just type it in LiME baseball cap. You should be able to find it under that, or just LiME paint supplies under the paintable objects tab. You also find it on Amazon or there's a website there. So anytime you're on Amazon and you see one of our products, you can always just click on the brand LiME and it'll take you into the website. Everything's going to be there. So if you can't find it on Amazon by searching it out, just click on that. You'll be able to get to where you need to be, which has all our stuff there. A lot of this stuff is fulfilled by Amazon. So it's sometimes like on the flake, you'll get next day shipping. And also we're on eBay. So if you're an eBay shopper and looking to get a deal, just put in an offer on whatever you need. Okay, let's got any more questions? We'll go and.
No.
Okay, we'll give the last thing away. All right, let's do it. All right, so once again, who won it before? Remember their name?
Lauren.
Lauren won it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Lauren won a couple packs of the new paper fine line tape. So this is the fine line masking tape. It's not really flexible, but you can see that I used it to kind of butt up next against the fine line vinyl tape. The stuff works really good for that. You can also use it as a fine line, although it's not going to give you as crisp of an edge because it is paper tape rather than a vinyl tape. So the winner will get a 2-pack of 1/8 inch, a 2-pack of 1/4 inch, and then also be getting the spray gun cleaner, the pressurized spray gun cleaner, and all this stuff will be available here shortly, probably as soon as next week on the LimeLine website and also on Amazon. Adhesion promoter, you're also going to get a can of that.
The spray gun cleaner because it cut out.
Oh, yep. So that's the adhesion.
Oh.
And we got the spray gun cleaner. And this actually lasts a really long time, especially if you're just like putting this right into the end of your gun, pulling the trigger. It just zaps the paint right out of it. This stuff does remove dried paint as well, not just wet paint. So these will seriously clean. But don't take my word for it. Grab yourself a can and try it out. I know Lauren has one. Okay, let's do this. Who's ready for a giveaway?
Well, oh, there it went. Okay.
We're back. All right, let's do it. Good luck, everybody. Who do we got? Big Papa. You are a winner. So go ahead and info@limelinepaintsupply.com. You'll be one of the first ones to get your hands on this tape, the adhesion promoter, and the spray gun cleaner. So I think you're really going to like them. It's probably like it's like $100 worth of stuff. So
Does the gun cleaner come with a straw to get down into the airbrush?
no, it doesn't come with a straw, but really what this is meant for is you can put this in the top of the airbrush and just blast it all the way clean. So it kind of creates a seal is what it does. You take it apart, you can obviously, hit it with doesn't
Raised stencil to make the leaf appear embossed?
You would have to try that out and test it on something. Possibly. That's a good question. All right, is that it?
I think that's it.
Okay, all right. That's another one. Another one in the books. All right, everybody. Appreciate y'all being here. As always, we'll see you next Thursday, 7 p.m. California time. And hopefully all the rest of the stuff is on and good to go. But congratulations to our winner, our 2 winners. And yeah, thanks for the super chats. That's it. Thanks for Ashley showing her face for once. All right, all good?
Next Thursday.
All right, see you guys next week. Later.